Hello and good morning, Computer Science 7. If you're listening to this, you're either a remote learner or you may have missed class because of lessons. So today we are going to complete activities, probably only one, not two. So complete activity 1, word processing activity 1. But first make sure you go to Free Typing Game and complete typing test number 29. Remember that you need to record your score in your typing test document each day that you have computer science. For days 1 through 5, this is week 7, you're on test 29, and you should have a score, you should be writing your score in Thursday. You should already have a score for Tuesday. For days 2, 4, 6, you're still on week 7, but this is Friday's score, and you should already have a score in Monday and Wednesday. Once you're finished with your typing test, I want you to open up your word processing notes. Your word processing notes is that document that we started last time. You can find it in your Computer Science 7 folder on your OneDrive. So you go to OneDrive, from your My Apps, OneDrive, Computer Science 7, and then open up your word processing notes. Everybody's notes are formatted a little bit differently, but they should look something like this. It should say word processing notes at the top. It should start with ribbon. And then I did add some things to your notes. Your notes should end with, to see the line spacing options, click on the paragraph dialog box launcher button. Now, in order to complete the activities that you're going to do leading up to your word processing test, you will need to refer to your notes while you're learning how to do each one of these things. So it's important that you have this document open while you're completing the activities. Okay, so some things that we also need to talk about before you go ahead and start activity 1. There are several ways to format text using the Home tab in the font group. So here are the tabs that you see in Word. Here's the font group. You can change the font type and size by using the drop downs for each one. Use the buttons for bold, italics, underline, and strike through. To see the line spacing options, you're in the paragraph group here on the Layout tab, and you're going to click this little arrow that's sideways, and that's called the dialog box launcher. So when you click this little arrow, you're going to get this paragraph menu, and for activity 2, you're going to need to change the line spacing. So here's the line spacing. You can change it to multiple, single, or double, or there's probably a couple other options. And also you can change the spacing before and after a line. You'll need that for activity 2. Okay, so you're almost ready to start your activity 1. In activity 1, you're going to change your font and size. You're going to change the alignment, change the margins, use bold and underlining, and you're going to type using word wrap. All that means using word wrap is that you continue to type and you let the text fall onto the next line. You don't hit enter. So the text goes on the next line once one line is full. So you're typing without pressing enter. So here is what activity 1 looks like. It tells you what you will learn. You're going to follow each one of these steps one by one. The only exception being step 1 and step 15. I'm going to walk you through right now so that I make sure you share it in the right place. All of your work, as we've discussed, needs to be in your Computer Science 7 folder so that I can find it. So here we are back in your OneDrive, and we need to make a new document that we can work on. So we're going to hit New, Word Document, and we're going to name the document Activity 1. So you can just click right up here in the center, type Activity 1, and then click out here in the document. And your document is saved and it's in your Computer Science 7 folder. The other thing that's vitally important is that you do all the steps while you're open in the desktop app. You need to do that before you start working. So I just pressed open in the desktop app. I'm going to hit open in Word. And now I can continue my activity. So if we switch back to the activity, direction number 2 says display the ruler. So if you looked back in your notes, you would know that to display the ruler, you need to go to the View tab right here, and then make sure this checkbox is checked for ruler. Once you check that, you'll see that there's a ruler at the top and a ruler along the left-hand side. Then you're going to go back to your Activity 1 directions. You're going to check off number 1 because you've done that, check off number 2 because you've done that, and begin with number 3. You're going to change the font. Continue through these instructions. Make sure you're working in the desktop app the whole time and saving your work. And this needs to be completed before the next class. So I hope that was a helpful explanation, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.